He says, it's your fault this guy is dead. And I looked at him and I said, what do you mean it's my fault? Why is it my fault? I didn't say that. I was just looking at him confused. He could tell I was confused. He says, don't you realize it's because of you that this is happening? And I was saying to him that, but what do you mean? And he said, Islamophobia. He says, you let Islamophobia develop in your country, and because it developed, when they found out that Muslims were being bombed, and Muslim children were dying, and Muslim women were dying, and innocent Muslim men were dying, then nobody cared because it was Islamophobia. They said, oh, well, it's Muslims, okay, don't worry about it, it's fine. Whereas if it had been non-Muslims, the whole world would have put an end to this. They would have put embargoes on Israel, they would have put sanctions on them, they would have done left everything that you can think of. But they said, you dropped the ball on this. When you should have opened your masajids, the doors were closed. When you should have been out giving dawah and counteracting the narrative, you missed the opportunity. So this was one, and this really hit home. And then he looked at me and he says, do you think you've come here for us? Obviously by this time they've seen me for the third time, so they're a bit more familiar with me now, so they can talk to me a bit more openly. And he says, what, do you think you've come here to help us? And I said, this is why I didn't want to name this event Missions of Mercy, but I couldn't think of any other name. But they said, you've come here for yourself. Don't think you've come here for us. We can do without you. We don't need you. Okay, we appreciate that you've come, but really you haven't really done any, you made a major difference. You've come to satisfy your own heart. And I thought about it and I thought, you know what, he's right, actually.